Yes? Please put your hands together for the stars of our film, Shraddha Kapoor and Taaha Shah.
I have had enough, सुना जो भी हुआ बहुत हुआ ये प्यार हो गया धुआं
A big hi to all of you out here. I'm really excited to be here again. And so, why am I here? Yeah, I am an actor's daughter. Yes, my father did give me tips. Yes, I did get a lot of things on a silver platter. Blah, blah, blue, blah. No, it wasn't that easy. I had to audition. A lot of people think that star kids don't have to audition, but I did, especially since my first film didn't do that well. So I auditioned and I auditioned. It was hard. But what the hardest part was that I actually got finalized for a film, and which was great, you know. I was like, yes, I'm finalized and I have this role. But the hardest part was that I find out that someone else has replaced me. So, yeah, I was tucked into my bed and I cried for a whole hour. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I decided that, okay, I could continue crying and I could have nice swollen eyes at the end of 2 hours, or I could kick myself out of here and try again. 5 scenes, 3 songs. That was my audition for YFilms. And they chose me. And they chose me to kick some serious butt. And you'll know exactly why I kick serious butt, because it has to do with this guy. So I'm going to hand it over to him. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Taaha Shah, and as you can see, I love being in the Ghagra Choli. Yes. I'm from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I dropped out of university when I was 18 years old, and in the quest of finding myself. For 3 years, I did a lot of different kind of jobs, work, businesses, which never succeeded. And when I failed, that was the turning point in my life. I lost a lot of money, I lost a lot of friends, and well, I lost love as well. But life is not unjust. I still had and still have my family to fall back on, and they gave me the support. But my dad is a doctor, my mom is into business, my brother is a civil engineer, and me at that point in my life had nothing but a few jobs for modeling back in Dubai. So I gave up everything, left everyone behind, and I said, yes, I am going to pursue the one thing in my life that I think is the predominant reason of my existence. Acting is crazy. So I left everything. I enrolled myself into New York Film Academy before coming into Mumbai, the city of dreams. Yes. So when I landed in Mumbai, I didn't have a place to stay, and I did not know a single person here. But the first day I went into my apartment, I saw there's this window, and through that window there's this billboard. And you know, I made an oath to myself that you know, one day I will be on that board within a year's time. I mean, it's a little bit more than a year, you know, but I give myself a little leniency. Well, one day after finishing Kishore Amit Kapoor is when the true test began, and well, slow and steady, I started discovering people and places, and well, one day the phone rang, and I guess I'm here. Thank you very much.
Super. You know, before we move on, I think Bumpy already mentioned, we want to make sure, since everything we're doing about this film is so new and so fresh, we want to make sure that this sounds also completely new and fresh. We wanted to make sure we're truly clutter-breaking, path-breaking, and if there's one word to really capture the soundtrack, outrageous. And that's why one reached out to a very dear friend of mine, Mr. Ram Sampath, who's come and completely rocked this soundtrack. It's truly an outrageous album. You got to check it out. It's not just in terms of, you know, the way it's produced, but everything about it, the lyrics, the singers, it's going to be so much fun. And keeping in mind the vibe of the studio, we want to make sure even our lyrics, our words reflect that. There is no इत्तफाकों से मोहब्बतें हुई. It's all तोड़ा है मेरा दिल, भरेगा उसका बिल. Facebook update आज हो, parlor में massage हो. And that's the world and the mind of an 18-year-old, and that's what we've done. Given Ram's reference points, which are just so fantastic. And like Bumpy mentioned, it's not just really the songs in the film, it's the entire background score of the film, which is going to be truly, truly wicked and fun. And you know, the first, the opening sequence of a film, your opening credits, they often set the tone for your movie. They set you up for, acha, ye aa raha hai. This is going to be something slightly different or something new. And that's what we wanted to do with the opening credits. So check that out. We've tried something which is the absolute cutting edge in animation. It's called stop motion. It's constructed using close to 8,000 individual still frame photographs, close to 800 t-shirt changes, and lots more. But you know what? I think Shraddha's better place to introduce this song to you. So over to you, Shraddha.
Okay, so I'm sure that all of you at some point in your life have had that candy or chocolate which when you eat it and you have to really chew on it. It has a hard outer covering and then you really have to work your way into it and you're chewing and it's challenging and then boom, you have this burst of flavor inside. It's like a blue liquid or like something really sweet and it just overpowers your mouth and it's the most amazing rush. That's exactly what it feels like when you finish exams. That's the rush, that's the excitement. So that's the burst and that's exactly what this is. Freak out.
Please put your hands together for Team Love Ka Di Edge, Shraddha, Taaha and Bumpy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll come back for a photo op. Huh? No problem. You know, our goal actually was to make one film in the first year, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Boring. We've decided to have 3 releases this year. Like I said, we're just getting started. So on to film 2. Film 2 is a rom-com, but it's a rom-com about social networking. You know, because the one thing we learned about young people is that today's meeting and mating grounds are no longer the chauraha. In fact, they're no longer the coffee shop. They're online. They're Facebook. It's Twitter and more. But to tell you a bit more about our second film, which is interestingly titled, in a cheesy tribute to one of our own earlier releases, Mujhse friendship karoge. So it's a cheesy takeoff on Mujhse dosti karoge and will you make friendship with me? Please welcome on stage our second director. She's someone who's probably one of the most passionate people I've met in my entire life. If there's something she loves, she'll go, I love it, I love it, I love it. If there's something she hates, you'll probably not live to see it. Thank God I got on quite all right with her. She's no stranger to young people. She was previously the director of the very, very popular Hip Hip Hooray and most recently Mahive. Please welcome on stage Nupurasthana.
Get out! Yeah.
I wish I was thin. I wish I had the new iPad. I wish I had new diesel jeans. I wish I was popular. I wish I had more space. I wish I had a new boyfriend. I wish I was single. You know, I wish. We're constantly consumed with wishes throughout our lives. But youngsters today, they don't stop at simply wishing. I mean, because they have that extra ounce of attitude, the devil-may-care attitude, that whole ounce of confidence that spurs them on to grab at chances and make those wishes come true. But what if that big dream is, I wish I was someone else? Well, the virtual playground today allows anyone to become anyone. Like a 20-year-old kid in Goregaon can turn into Brad Pitt by simply changing his display picture on any social networking website. And that can be fun. I tried it for a day. That's all that I lasted. But it can be fun for a while. But that high can't last forever because the real world, it definitely will intrude. And then begins that big clash. Virtual emotions versus real emotions. And taking on someone's identity can be hair-raising, yet heart-wrenching. And that's what our film, Mujhse Friendship Karoge, is all about. 2 real, regular college kids dealing with insecurities, very cleverly use Facebook to impersonate 2 very hot, very popular kids in their circuit. And that leads to bad confusion, Really full-on confusion and bad combination. So check it out.